Today I'm going to be making Eric's and my favorite new meal. It's shrimp scampi. It's decadent, it's rich with flavor, it is delicious, and the best part, instead of 1,000 calories for a typical serving of 2 cups, it's 350. It's amazing. I can't wait to share all the details with you, and it's simple too. It includes a game changer, spaghetti squash. And this recipe has a new way to do the spaghetti squash that makes all the difference in the world. Let's start off with this. So the first thing you do is get your spaghetti squash at the store. This is what it looks like. And a lot of times it's just marked spaghetti squash. What you do is cut off the ends first. And you know what? This is the hardest part of the recipe, is this part right here. I really don't like it. The kind of knife I use is a thin one, serrated, and then you just take the other end off. There you have it, okay? Then the next thing you do is you cut 1.5 inch rings horizontally, like this. Now, like I said, and a lot of times it just cracks right open, like you can see right here, and I just pull it apart like that. You don't have to be perfect, it's fine, just like that. I'll cut another 3 rings here. So we're just gonna discard the ends here. And then what you do now, you've got this ring here, there's some seeds and some other stuff in there, and all you do is just carve it out with a spoon. Okay, pretty simple. Discard it. This is done. I mean, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time on it. The end pieces, a little trick here, I poke it right through to the edge. So you can see when you start, the end piece is covered and doesn't have a hole. I just poke the spoon right down into it, wiggle in. It's almost like a pumpkin. I bet you could roast these seeds too. And then, there you go. The next step, after you've gotten all the guts out, is to spray a cookie sheet with any kind of cooking spray. Put them on the tray and spray them on the top. That's it. Put them in the oven for 45 minutes. Once I have the spaghetti squash in the oven, what I do next is just get the other ingredients ready to go. There's 5 ounces of spinach, which is wonderful because then you don't have to have a side salad or anything like that. You've got all your wonderful nutrients here. I've got my shrimp, and I use that box store shrimp that I've told you about that is also a game changer. It's been devined, it's been peeled. The only thing they leave on is the tail, and it's frozen. You can find it in their frozen area. And no chemicals, all natural. It's delicious. You just pull the tail off and put it in, and I've already done that. I also measured out just some garlic and some crushed red pepper. I'll let you take a look at that. The crushed red pepper, it's delicious. Just a little bit goes a long way with that. Some butter and olive oil. That's it. And these beautiful noodles, which you'll see in a minute. Okay, about 15 minutes before the spaghetti squash will be coming out of the oven, I start the rest of the meal. And that means starting with the oil, putting that in the pan. I get every drop out. Butter, and letting that melt. At a medium to low heat. And next I put in the crushed red pepper and the garlic. And I'm just going to do that until it's fragrant or until it's about 30 seconds stirring it frequently. Okay, I can smell that garlic. It's delicious. Next, I'm going to put in the shrimp. See how the red pepper and the garlic is hanging onto the shrimp? Yum. Now I'm going to add the spinach, and you're not going to believe how this will wilt down to nothing. All this goodness. And by the way, this is only 2 servings, so you get to eat half of this, which is amazing for only 350 calories. It is effectively wilted here. And I'm just going to put it on simmer while we wait for the spaghetti squash. There. Okay, I just took these out of the oven, and this is all you're going to have to do is you cut one break in it like this, and then take a fork and start peeling away. And you are going to have the most long and luxurious, delicious, buttery noodles. It's just, I mean, I can't tell you how much I love them. And the beautiful thing is I cook up a couple of these every time I do them, and they keep in the refrigerator for days. Take a look at that. Is that great or what? So that I can use them with pasta. I make different recipes with them. You know, there's a beef recipe that I use, but just fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of these, and we'll be putting these in the pan in a minute. Okay, so here's what we had made before, and now I'm gonna add those luscious noodles. And I'm just going to mix this up and just make sure that we have all the buttery goodness and olive oil and garlic all mixed together. And there you have it, this beautiful dish in minutes. And remember, you get to eat half of this pan. And now I'll just put that on the plate and we're ready to eat. Okay, here we are, our favorite new meal, shrimp scampi with spaghetti noodles. We're going to taste test it now. Eric?
Oh, it looks great.
I love it. I always cut my, the shrimp just so I get extra pieces with every bite.
Delicious.
What do you taste, Jared?
The spaghetti squash is really rich and buttery.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I don't know why it does that.
It just tastes decadent.
That's good. See you next time, and back to the studio.